Poverty is the lack of basic human needs because of the inability to afford them. People in absolute poverty have no access to food, water, clothing, shelter, education, and sanitation. I found this data was published in 2008 by the World Bank. The x-axis shows the amount made in a day. The y-axis shows the percent population earning that amount in a day. 1 million people earn less than $1 a day. 3 billion people earn less than $250 a day. That means half the world is extremely poor. To understand this better, I put together some basic needs in US change so that we can relate to it and understand how long it takes to find. To buy a healthy meal, they'll have to work 29 hours. This is a meal they need twice a day, which means they're not eating enough and they're not eating healthy. They have to work 12 days to buy decent clothes. To buy a cycle, they'll have to work for 4 months. And it'll be 44 years before they can come back to a simple but warm home. Let us pause for a moment and realize what kind of work they do. Because they have no education, they get the low-end manual jobs. Lifting stone, paving streets, and cleaning roads. This is hard work, and they're working for 12 to 14 hours, 7 days a week. I found this map on Wikipedia. The dark blue shows where 2% is poor. That means every 2 people out of 100 are poor. This is mostly North America. This is mostly America and Russia. This is mostly North America and Canada, most of Europe and Russia, Australia and Chile. And I was most surprised the country I was most surprised to find in the state is Egypt. Since when I went there in 2005, I saw a lot of poverty. On the other side of the extreme is poverty where there is poverty 61 to 80%. That means every 61 to 80 people are poor. This is mostly in the deep interiors of Africa, in places like Chad and Congo. The places like Somalia and Libya have these countries that are very poor, like Somalia and Libya, like I mentioned earlier, have no data by their name, and which is very sad. Are people poor because they're lazy, or are they making bad decisions? Not really. It could be a combination of things. It could be loss of natural resources, or their politicians or government could be bad and selfish in putting the wrong policies in place. Rich people and companies could be exploiting their power, or it could just be individual lack of responsibility.
Very good.
For example, Somalia is poor, but a few decades ago had a small fishing industry. But Somalia had no navy.
Somali could go out. Go back. No.
Don't ever do that in the... Sorry about that. Oh yeah. People could go out in their boats, catch a few fish, eat it or sell it. But Somalia had no navy, which big industries dump toxic waste in Somalian water, causing fish to die. Other countries also fished in Somalian water, and Somali lost their occupation. This plunged Somalia deeper into poverty. Misled Somali were forced into piracy. Tired of piracy, other countries stopped trading with Somalia, and Somalia plunged deeper into poverty. Wow, how does a country break out of such a cycle? How do we solve? Let's see how we solve poverty. Here's a Cinderella story. J.K. Rowling used to live in absolute poverty. Today she's a billionaire. She was brave, intelligent, creative, and let's not forget lucky. Would this work for every poor person? How can we help people in poverty? Can we just give people money, poor people money, and they could be happy? No. For example, Bill Gates is worth 60 billion. There are 3 billion. If
3 billion poor.
There are 3 billion poor. If Bill Gates evenly distributes his wealth, each person will get only $20. Wow, I'm forgetting things. We should use the money we collected to create an infrastructure for the poor, and we should not give them the fish. We should teach them how to fish and give them a fishing rod. Also, we should give them a little fish to get started. We should first teach them skills, then create job opportunities so they can use their skills and earn money. And we should provide houses that are low cost so they can stay out of the weather, and give them clean water and doctors to keep them healthy. And we should educate the children. That's what we should do. That's what I will do. That's what I want to do.